Hey everybody. Um Holy Travel Chat. We haven't had this in like absolutely forever to talk about anything travel. So
All
Jen
right,
and
I just
I,
posted it to the other
perfect.
page.
So Jen and I decided to come on and start this back up again. Having conversations about travel and what's going on in the
Apparently, we
industry
already
right
are
now
live.
is super, super important. Can you hear me? Oh no. Oh no, maybe she can't even hear me now. So we have some different topics that we want to talk about, and hopefully, you guys will be able to learn a couple things and then see also what other kind of specials and stuff that we have going on. Oh, perfect. Jennifer can hear us both, except for now I see that.
I'm going to refresh
Okay,
because I can't hear you.
sounds good.
Oh, there you are.
Okay, so unfortunately, it's like
It's already been live.
I know it's
I know.
It's crazy. So, what are you going to do? But the first couple, we only have three topics. So, we figure
Oh,
we're going
my
to come on
goodness.
and try to bust out at least three topics every single show, 2 to 3 topics, so we can start talking about the travel industry again and get everybody involved and feeling a little bit more safe and secure. So, that's why we felt like this was a necessity. The first thing that we really want to talk about is the value of a travel advisor. And looks like Jen popped out really quick to be able uh, to refresh in. What are you going to do? Everything was perfect for the first half an hour creating these pages. And then, of course, all of a sudden, it had to go down like this. But and this is by God something that we were just going to download and throw up on YouTube for a later date. It's nothing anybody has to be interactive with right now. We just wanted to make sure that everybody was able to be informed because that's our job. Our job is to make sure that you guys have the best experience possible when you are traveling. So hopefully we'll get Jen back on because it's a great conversation point, but I'll just go ahead and start. I'm going to give you guys a quick example. My dad called me and he said, "Hey, honey, I have a past coworker, because now he's retired, who reached out looking to do a honeymoon. This is their second marriage or whatever, and wants to hit a fantastic beach in Florida. So since they're older and they find that good food, music, people watching, and good beaches are important to them, why not have them come to our beautiful oldest city in America called St. Augustine, where I live?" And so my dad started talking to him and said, "Hey, you know what? My daughter is a travel advisor. And I really think you should let her take care of all the details." Da da da. He felt it was more in his best interest to do the research himself, which I understand and I get, because when you're planning something so fun like your trip or especially your honeymoon, of course you want to, click and click and click and click. Here's the difference. The difference between you clicking and me clicking is the fact that I know where to click. So that's what, now I see her. Are you here, girlfriend? No, I don't think so. But now I can't hear you. Now we lost your sound. But she looks pretty. That's all that matters. She got a haircut, but we got to try to figure her whole thing out though and make sure that she comes in because she's leaving for Disneyland and I want to talk about that. But let me get back to the conversation we were just having, which was,
What about now?
there you are. Now you're on. Okay. I was just bringing up the fact of a story of my dad calling me about a past coworker of his who asked some questions about travel. And so he has spent, and I kid you not, he has spent roughly 3 weeks researching hotels, what to do, this or that. And I'm sitting here like, oh, that must be nice. That's a value of his time, correct? So, oh, she's taking pictures of what we look like. But and for me, that's a big smack in the face. Only because not only is this our job that we do, but we have the resources, the connections, and the knowing of who to contact, what to do, dates, what's going to happen. That's our job. It's not like we're just sitting at home and like, oh, that looks like something fun to do. No, like we are consistently educating ourselves. And that's one thing about this agency, Travel Advisors Unlimited, is the fact that the consistent education that is going on with these ladies is such a value to what you guys are doing. So instead of taking 3 weeks of trying to research and calling your friends about what's going on, and I'm sorry to say, but wasting their time, you could utilize a travel advisor and say, listen, I want to plan a honeymoon for my wife and I. These are our expectations and needs and wants, and things that are super important, things that we would kind of like to have if you can get it. And then we sit down, and sometimes we already know, and sometimes we know exactly where to go to figure that out. So for example, I would have known this is a second honeymoon. My dad was ripping off like these hotels that are in like more of a younger crowd area here where $20 says they would have wanted to have their own beachfront condo, something that's going to have a pool, something that's going to have a shuttle that's going to take them into town so they can have some cocktails and not have to worry about driving back or utilizing an Uber, which is double price around the season time that they wanted to come. All these different things come into play that he's not going to know that I know, that I can sit down and give him all of this information at the best possible knowledge. So, that's one of the reasons why. Also, here's the thing, you guys, we're in the midst of a pandemic. Okay. The travel industry has taken such a hammer, which is one of the main reasons why, let's just say the state of Florida here survives, is because of the tourism industry. And so with that, oh, I see Jen. Oh, she on her phone now. So I might be able to put her in. Okay. So I can hear you, but they can't. Hold on. Let me add you in here. So that's another reason why I'm going to see if I can add her in, you guys. And, let me see if I can to knock you down here, girlfriend, because you're huge. You're taking over the whole darn thing. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so but why can't I crop you down? What's going on here? There we go. So I hope we don't have to do this on every single one now. We might have to, but you're going to be a lot smaller than what you were supposed to be. But that's okay. At least she's on update stream. Okay. All
And
right,
people can
we
hear
have a
me,
Jen.
so
There we go. All right. So basically, I was just utilizing the value of a travel advisor, especially now during the midst of the pandemic, where I'm having phone calls and meetings with our advisors about cancellation policies and how everything is changing consistently throughout the industry, and updates on vaccination requirements and mask mandates and this and that. And it's like, it can blow your mind. But if you have a travel advisor that you've hired, that's not going to cost you much anything extra to be able to inform you this. Why wouldn't you do it?
no, and especially with policies changing literally daily. Like I told you yesterday about the supplier that we use for those experiences around the world. They do the high-end tours. They changed their
Tuck, right?
yes. They changed their
Policy.
policy yesterday for effective September 7th.
Yeah.
That doesn't even give somebody that's traveling a 30-day warning.
Correct. And that's exactly it, because it's not based on the time that you have booked, whatever the policies are. In fact, they are consistently changing all the time. Now, what happens if all of a sudden you're not comfortable with some of the expectations of the new policies that they lay into place? What is your next step? That's where we come into play to be able to hold your hand and help you through all of that. For example, Jen just had a situation happen this morning with your flights.
Yes, that
Go
was
into
fun.
that one.
So My husband last night asked me, he was like, "Hey, what time are we leaving on Tuesday morning?" And I'm like, "I don't know, because listen, I can plan your vacations to a T. Don't ask me to plan mine."
Yeah.
But I was like, "I don't know." So I pull it up, and on the screen it says canceled in little itty bitty red lettering. So I'm freaking out last night, and he's like freaking out because we're trying to figure out what's going on. So I called at 6 o'clock or just before 6 o'clock this morning and sat on hold for 2 hours just to find out that my flight was not canceled, that there is a glitch in their system. But that's 2 hours that I would have spent for a client versus
Right.
a client spending 2 hours for themselves.
Correct. That's exactly it. And there's a value right there. Just time. Who has time to be able to sit on the phone and deal with all of that and, deal with the panic of it? Where then if you are a client of Jen's and call her or send her a text and was like, "Oh my gosh, it looks like our flight was just canceled." Literally all you have to do then is Jen's like going to say, "What? Don't worry about it. I got it. Let's figure this out. I'll take care of it and I will get back to you as soon as possible." Right?
Yep. And
Having,
now, it might be an hour or two because of hold times,
right,
but that's an hour or two that you're not sitting on hold.
right. And to have an advocate for you, I mean, it's just like having a healthcare advocate for you. It's having a travel advocate for you to be able to help with any of these questions that you may have or a sticky situation that you may come upon. It's just nice to have. So, do you have any other maybe value of a travel advisor tips for people and the reason why they should utilize our services?
So I'm not 100% sure what you said while I was gone because I was in the black abyss.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like I tell everybody, talk is cheap. You can always talk to us. That's why we're here.
Right.
And then if you want to move forward with us, even better
Right.
because we are your support system.
Right. 100%. And I think the largest number one reason a travel advisor is so important is because then you're also supporting a small business.
Absolutely.
Just
You're
just saying.
you're putting our kids in after school activities, you're paying for tuitions, you're helping us provide for our families,
Mhm.
which is ultimately our goal.
Yep. It is. That's true. It's true. I am going to move on to the next scene. So
And
I'll
scene.
I'll have to move you over so you guys bear with us on this first one. I know it's kind of crazy, but you're going to have to bear with us. So we're going to actually start talking about some other stuff. There's two things that we really want to talk about with you guys. One of them is the fact that Jen is headed out to Disneyland with her husband next week. And yes, I am going to get yelled at because Mike and I were supposed to go with, but family stuff and I don't like California. So it's yep, I get that eye. I get that eye every single time, like, So I'm gonna quick switch over so you guys don't have to see the stank eye that I get all the time from her, and we'll see what we're gonna talk about next. Okay, there we go. So now I have to add Jen in here. And I have to crop her in. So let me see if I can grab a corner. Oh, this one right here. Yep, there she goes. Nice and small. I am. Update. Perfect. Okay, we got you in. So now that we have you, what's going on here? Okay, good. So for this awesome screen that we had completely amazingly pictured up here, um, we are talking about Disney World, Disneyland. So Jen, tell us a little bit about what you are going to be doing when you head over to Disneyland next week.
So Kevin and I are flying out bright and early Tuesday morning to California. We land there about 9:15 in the morning.
Okay.
We have some super amazing friends that have offered to pick us up at the airport, and they're going to take us to Grand California, where we're staying for 3 nights, in a 2-bedroom suite for the two of us. Yeah. But it's okay. We figure we can sleep in either room every night. It's fine. Um, so from there, we're going to spend our first day, we're going to go to California Adventure
Oh,
and wander around, ride all the rides, have a good time. And then on, let's see, that's Wednesday. So Thursday, we're going to go to Disneyland because they're open later on Thursday than they are on Wednesday.
okay.
And then Friday, we come home.
Nice. So it's a quick getaway.
It's a quick getaway. We're going without the kids. So it's going to be nice and relaxing for the two of us for once. We're also going to be out there celebrating Kevin's 50th birthday. And it's just going to be a good time. I'm really excited to go on all the rides in Disneyland because I miss Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Yes.
That was my
Well,
favorite.
the nostalgia and the difference between Disneyland and Disney World is significantly different. This is something that we've talked about, I think a couple years ago, Jen, doing something like this, talking to people, is that a lot of people were wanting to go to California because they wanted the nostalgia of, you have a lot of the older couples that are kidless that like to do Disneyland just for the history part of it. But I also kind of feel like it's a value if you have little children to start at Disneyland over Disney World, because Disneyland is a lot more condensed than Disney World. It's a full city of itself. Disney World is huge. Disneyland consists of 2 parks. And with that, you have all of the old school rides that the little ones will really, really enjoy. I feel like it would be a lot easier for parents that have children under the age of 8 to be able to go visit and start in Disneyland and then work over to Disney World. I don't know how you feel about that.
I agree with that 100%. A lot of people are like, oh, Disneyland, it's big. No, it's not. It fits in Magic Kingdom's parking lot.
Yeah.
It's much smaller and much more condensed. You can literally walk everywhere. A lot of the times when people are at Disney World, they're like, oh, where can I get groceries? I got to drive off property, this and that. When you're at Disneyland, you can literally like walk across the street, grab a couple of things for your room,
Yes.
and call it a day. It's a quick, easy, walkable
Yes.
trip.
Yes. 100%.
And with having littles, their feet get tired. All you hear is, oh, I'm tired. I want to go back. That sort of thing. And with Disneyland being so much smaller, you're not walking the 25,000 steps like a day that you are walking in Disney World.
Right.
And you got to think about, if as an adult I'm walking 25,000 steps, how many steps is my little one walking? Because their steps are not as big as mine.
Right. And, that right there, just to kind of go with transportation, you don't have to worry about making sure transportation, you have that 45 minutes to an hour in between situation. It is literally staying at the Grand Californian is attached to the back entrance of the park. So you can literally walk out of your resort right into one of the parks. And then the distance between California Adventure as well as Disneyland is literally the length of the opening area of Disney World. When you go into the Magic Kingdom, that little brick area before you go through the turnstile from the boat, it's a very small area just to go walk across. And I think I did when I was there last, I remember walking, like, this is how many steps it took me to go from the entrance of Disney World or Disneyland to California Adventure. I don't remember what it was, but you guys have to do that for us. So.
Oh, absolutely. And one thing that like Grand California is that it's in the middle of everything. Yeah. So has a back entrance to California Adventure, but it also has a back entrance to Disney Springs.
Right.
So, we're like, oh, where are we going to have breakfast? Because we don't want to do the storytellers because we don't eat a lot of breakfast.
Right.
We're like, give me a bagel and a cup of coffee and I'm good.
Joffrey's.
Joffrey's is right there. Starbucks is right there. They have a little cafe that has like walk up quick service breakfast sandwiches.
McDonald's is across the street. So it's like literally. Just
I
saying.
know. Let's just say McDonald's is not going to be happy with me if I were to do that at Disney. But I mean, and like every night, my husband and I were those people who were like, oh, what are we going to do? What do we want to see? What snacks do we want to try? Because they have a bunch of offerings that Disney World doesn't have.
Right?
And you're always seeing us in Disney World because where do we live? We all live in Florida for the most part. I'm in Vero Beach. Sarah's up in St. Augustine. Disney World's our meeting place because it's
Right.
halfway.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, let's see what's out there. And it's funny because I was looking through like the quick service stuff and I about died laughing because there's a chicken place there and it looks like a giant Happy Meal.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a walk. It was I think it's in California Adventure, but you can get like 3 drumsticks, like chicken legs,
Yeah.
or there was like a turkey leg, and then they also had the street corn.
Oh, I like
And
that.
so I know I like street corn too,
Yeah.
but it was just funny because I was looking at the picture. I'm like, that kind of looks like a Happy Meal box. I mean, it's not McDonald's, but it's just
Right.
the shape of it.
You're gonna have to get
It's
pictures.
just one of those.
You're
Oh,
gonna
I will.
Yeah. Lots of pictures, lots of lives, you guys. I have a feeling we're gonna have some amazing pictures of everything next week. So I can't wait to see all of that. And there's also in Disney Springs, there is a corn dog cart that makes a pickled corn dog. So you put a hot dog inside of a large pickle and then you deep fry it like a corn dog. And you guys have to try that.
Listen, I'll eat that, but I'm not putting the peanut butter sauce on it.
Why
That's
not?
not happening.
Just try it.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. And you know what else is great too that's going on right now is even though Disneyland is just such an amazing place to be able to go, they have hotels that you can stay off property, some great ones that I toured a couple years ago. Trolley stops at every single hotel that will take you into Disneyland, which is such a convenience as well. But again, being able to stay on property, she loves the Grand Californian because that's her home with DVC. But I can tell you that if I'm going to work with you on a reservation, I would love to see you guys stay at the Disneyland Resort, specifically of that is the nostalgia. Each tower is labeled different, fantasy, adventure, this or that. And the theming is different inside of each of those towers as well. The pool has a monorail slide. Trader Sam's, the bar is on stilts over the pool area. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And in walking distance, again, less than the contemporary into the Magic Kingdom steps, BT dubs, for you to be able to go in to the Magic Kingdom there. Or Disneyland, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I think it would be such a really great idea. I can't wait to see videos and everything that Jen brings back with, and who knows, maybe I'll find a cheap flight and just come out anyways and grin and bear it, whatever. I don't know. So anyways.
You should. I'm just saying, we have room. Your name's already on the reservation.
I know. Everything's been on hold because of my son. And now that we kind of know some stuff, it's such bad timing on that. But anyways, then switching over to Disney World, you guys, of course, it's the most magical 50th anniversary that is going on this year. October 1st, we'll establish that date with new rides of Ratatouille coming out and dining's opening up and all the resorts are finally opening as being the most magical city in the world. It's definitely something that you guys should get in on. There is still availability, very limited availability. But we have a fabulous team that will be able to find some dates for you. But I want to switch over to our next scene. So bear with us because I don't know which one it is. We'll figure this out.
I like surprises.
I know. We'll figure this out. Aha. Yeah. I have to drink. Hold on, you guys. Let me minimize this chickadee here. And now I can't grab her. Where is she? There she is. Okay, there she is. I got her. Update. Perfecto.
Wah, wah.
There we go. All right, you guys. So, which then goes into our available hosted group trips that we do offer. And another reason why not only is Jen on here as being the lead travel advisor for Travel Advisors Unlimited, but also she is the group specialist. So she puts together and organizes and creates these fantastic group trips that everybody can be able to go on to. And including our brand new hosted group trip that we will be on called the Great Moms Escape. And that is a not just for moms, but a girls only 21 and older trip that is a weekend getaway. So it doesn't matter. I think we have people coming from Colorado all the way to local people who live in Orlando. We don't know everybody. Come by yourself, come with your friends, come with your mother, whatever, as long as you're of age.
Listen, I promise you, we're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. We're a lot of fun. It's a
gonna
good time.
It's going to be a blast, and it's great. The dates are January 21st through the 23rd, 2022. Pricing starts at $400 per person. That's double occupancy. So for $800, this will get you your room. We have a fantastic firework cruise, dessert cruise, that we're going to be hosting, as well as gifts and treats that will come into your room. It does not include your park ticket admission, but we can add that on for you. But a lot of people are annual pass holders who are coming with us, so we didn't want to overprice everything. We can add that on. We're in preferred rooms on the Skyliner line. So we're really excited about this, and we have 9 rooms filled, correct?
We are up to 11 rooms filled.
Okay, so we have 11 rooms, but we're keeping this open for anybody who wants to come in till when? Do you know? I think it's $200 deposit per room, right?
It's $200 deposit per room. We're going to start depositing on everybody in about a week and a half as soon as I get back from California. We're going to lock everybody in that's already signed up, and we'll be able to add on until there's no more room.
Right.
There's
So it's
no more
$100 deposit, $100 deposit per person, unless if it's that's per if you're a single wanting to come and have your own room, then it's a $200 deposit. But or else it's $100 per person for that. So even if there's a quad, it's just better to be able to have it $100 per person. It's just, so it's the same.
All the money will be applied to your trip. It's just it stops the confusion for us.
Yes, absolutely. It's a better organization on our end. But, and like I said, anybody can come. We will have a cutoff date for this though, just because we have to pre-plan and organize, even though it's not until January, again, 21st through the 23rd. It still has a lot of organization to go with it to make this the best possible trip with as many perks as we can possibly find for you. Another value of having a travel agent. The second hosted group trip that we're doing is a German Christmas market down the Rhine River in Germany, which is fantastic. Prices are starting at just under $2,500 per person. This includes your all-inclusive river cruise for 8 full days going down starting in Amsterdam. My husband and I will be on this, hosting it. I'm trying to get Jen and Kevin to come along with us, but she's got littles like that one who just got back from school. Yeah, I hope you guys can join. We have, I think, about a dozen staterooms full right now. And we have some fantastic stops. So you guys are more than welcome to join us. It doesn't matter if you know us or not. Make some friends. Go off and do your own thing. Get in on our groups when we post on our website, www.traveladvisorsunlimited.com. There is a groups. If you click on our schedule, get in on them because they are promotional priced. So you booking on your own or a separate and not joining the group, we may save you some money on joining one of our hosted groups, right?
Absolutely. Usually everybody that we do our groups through gives us group pricing, and it's exclusive for that time of year, that time of travel, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
And it's just a fantastic way to meet people. That's how I've met a lot of my lifelong friends that have become my people. I guess I'll claim you. I guess.
So, no, and it's great. And we do things not just like for these two, we've done all inclusives. We do camping trips. We do just lots of different things, cruises. So if you either want to make your own group to be able, like if you have a family reunion, you want to get everybody together, you haven't seen each other in forever because of this pandemic, and you really want to be able to kind of get everybody back together again. There are some amazing deals and prices going on right now when you utilize a travel agent, and we could use our contacts to be able to pull these exclusive pricings for you. So another value of a travel agent, just saying on that. Do you see how
Absolutely.
we circle back around?
I was going to say, absolutely. And the thing is, family reunions are tough. You're worried about who's going to room here, who's going to go, who's not going to go. Why have one person put up with that when you can be like, here, call this person, they'll get you all squared away. And then you don't have to worry about it.
Right. Exactly. Let us take that, because, that's what we do. We have our travel advisor, one of them right now, who are working on a honeymoon trip. Now, listen to this. So our client reached out to us, Jen, and they're like, hey, we want to do a honeymoon and we want to do a Caribbean island, all inclusive, but I want to invite all of the people on our wedding party. I'd never heard
that sounds like a lot.
Right.
Well, you got to remember, when I got married on the cruise, we had like 40 other people go with us.
Right.
And that was, honestly, that was probably one of the best cruises I've ever been on.
Right. Well, and this is what just happened today, because I was in a meeting with one of our travel advisors talking about this morning, was that now the bride and groom want to stay 10 days. They're going to do 5 nights with the first 5 nights with their group at one resort. And then they're going to hop over and go to just an adult only, have their like honeymoon part for another 5 days afterwards. Not only that, this is kind of their second marriage. So they have a child. So the first 5 days, they're going to have the child. The second 5 days, they will not. There are, I think, 10 rooms that are all going. And each room has a different element to it and request. I would love for one of you guys who don't do this for a job or have the connections to know how to do this, try to figure that one out. And what's great is that we work together as a team. So our travel advisor called me up and were like, hey, I need to have a meeting. We need to talk about this to get this organized. We spent about a half an hour on the phone organizing it. Bam, done. Do you see? Because that's our job. That's what we do. So let us take that stress off of you. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And again, it's just another benefit of using an agent or an advisor, whatever you want to call us.
Yeah.
We are here to help you to make your vacation less stressful.
Exactly. Those are the best words ever. Andrea, thank you very much for your support. I love you long time. She's a fantastic client, long-term client of ours. All right. But I don't think we could end it any better than that. I think this is the first little session here of 35 minutes that we could give you guys. The next one that we talk about, and that you could either see here or on our YouTube page, is going to be about domestic travel. It's going to be about everything that you guys have been requesting for last minute Thanksgiving, Christmas getaways, spring breaks, and anything that is domestic within the United States that you do not need a passport for. So stay tuned for that one. Other than that, thank you guys so much for coming on. And of course, if you have any questions, reach out to us and hit up our website. And we'll see you guys real soon.